Welcome to Heart in a Fight. My name is Daniel. This is my co-host Omar. Thank you for tuning in. If you checked out our last live, we did a press conference where we invited Pound for Pound in the West Coast branches where we can highlight their bouts, but also speak to the fighters. So tell them what fighters we had on the show.
Well, Daniel, from Pound for Pound, we had the lightweight champion in the female division, Deuce. And in the heavyweight division, we had the newcomer in OGC versus the well-established and well-known, the Big Bull. And we also had Breon versus King Mafia. And on the West Coast branch, we had the first female fighter in the West Coast, Kickbox Girl, along with Weddle and Mr. Salas in the light heavyweight division. And then also in the light heavyweight division, we had the much anticipated bout between 619 and $1 Million Hands.
Now, the fights are over. The event already passed. So we figured we can bring some of them back on to reflect on their fight and their wins, and then to tell us a little bit about what their future holds. So with that, let's bring on the guests.
So I hear you coming down to make a music video, and I'm don't beat around no bush. You don't mix boxing and rapping. You're either doing one or the or. You trying to come make a music video. I'm trying to knock you out.
That's
in
what
all respectness, I'm trying to I'm hurt.
That's what
I'm hurt. So I'm trying to hurt somebody else.
Welcome to the show, Big Bulls. Great to have you back.
What's going on, fellas?
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
All right, so you were at the press conference. You had an opportunity to talk to OGC.
Yes, sir.
Now, we got wind that he was shooting a music video that day. Right? Okay, so you were notified at the same time that we were?
Mm-hmm. Well, so really, I really didn't really believe it. And then I'm not even lying. He came in a karate outfit and he had people and mascots coming. It was wild. And I was so I was so mad.
No, it was clear that you were mad at the press conference. Like, it seemed like you were super upset. So tell me, when you heard the news, like, what was going through your mind?
Well, the first thing that went through my mind is like, man, they're about to send me someone that just is coming down here for a rap video, has no idea, nothing about boxing, and I'm going to hurt him. The way he was talking, I could just, you could just read people. I'm real good at reading people. The way he was talking, the way he was, oh yeah, I was upset.
And here's the thing, right? Like, it takes a lot of, I think it takes a lot of courage for someone like him to be in his position to want to shoot a music video and a real fight. Normally,
and respect to him for wanting to do that, knowing what you're getting yourself into for a music video. So respect to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because normally someone would want to do like a choreographed fight, like not even a real one. And to me, what's also interesting is that they didn't choose like a rookie, someone like a tomato can to go in with him. They brought you in,
and that's another thing. I'm not, I don't ever downgrade my opponents or nothing like that. But that was a fluke match, and you know what I'm saying. That wasn't a big fight to me at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take things to a new level. So and people are gonna be knocking in the comments. I could just see it coming, but that's beyond the point. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you just came off the couch?
Yeah, and I hate to sound so cocky with it. It's just like I read him. I was just like, yeah. I looked at my coach and I was like, yeah, I'm about to hurt him in the first. Like they were trying to. Between every rounds, they were going to go and I don't know. They explained it to me after. I was like, yeah, don't ever come back to Street Beefs trying to do a rap video. Please. Please don't.
Big Bull, tell me, when you were in there with him, what did you feel? Did he have anything? Did you feel anything from him?
I don't think I got hit, honestly. I don't think I just tried to destroy him. As well with all my opponents. I just tried to destroy him, and I came, I saw, and I conquered.
Okay, yeah, walk us through the day, right? So you get up there. What do you see? What do you hear? What's going on?
Well, the first thing I seen, we get there and they're like, hey, where's he was just over there. So at first I thought he left. So I'm like, oh, he don't fluked out. He don't left. They don't say he's here. Now he left. So I'm thinking he's left. So we're like, well, they're like big bulls out here. So who's trying to fight him? They're looking around. They're like, so who's going to fight him and whatnot? So he ends up coming back. I'm like, sweet. I seen him from afar and I said, I won. And I locked eyes with him. And kept eyes locked. And as soon as he looked away, I was like, yeah, I won. He didn't want to fight. I could tell he didn't want to fight. He just was hoping not to get hurt for the video.
So how many people came with him?
I think he brought 2 people that were in the mascot uniform, and then he brought like this dude with the he keeps laughing. It's making me laugh. Anyway, yeah. So I guess he brought like 3 people out there.
Okay. And did he have a camera crew?
Yep.
Yeah.
The dude out there was recording. They had a GoPro or drone. They was droning in the air. I was like, oh my. I was over there getting boiled. I was so angry. I was like, because we got people who come there to fight, actually fight. You know what I'm saying? Like no one's there to just play around ever. We're trying to fight. And he came there and instantly started clowning. Had all the kids entertained.
Did he play his music first? Did he at least warm people up to his music?
No.
No? Did they even play
scared?
He was scared.
I seen it in his face. He didn't even want to be there no more. 5 minutes being in the backyard, he didn't want to be there.
Why you say that? Was it people, warming up?
His presence. He wasn't warming up to the fight. I would stare at him and he would just look away. He sat down in the chair.
I think we lost audio real quick.
Did I break up?
There you go. You're better.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back. Well, what'd you guys say again?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, what was going on in the back that made you feel like he wasn't ready?
Just his body language. That's a real when you're fighting, when you're a fighter and you're looking at other fighters, that's why you want to know who you're fighting, because you want to see their body language and what they're doing before the fight and his head was nowhere in the midst of boxing, I could tell. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna hurt him.
And so y'all get in there, right? He's wearing it looked like a karate gi, like some kind of karate Ryu outfit, because it was also cut at the sides.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what was going through your mind, like seeing that across from you?
It was definitely the weirdest fight I've ever been in. I just was talking my mess. Mid-fight, talking my mess.
Okay, so the first round goes. I mean, so what is the game plan?
First round, there was no more first. He gave up. He quit.
Okay, so what was the game plan going into it?
The game plan in there was I looked at my coach and I told him I'm going to hurt him. And when I do that, I'm going to do it. And that was it. That was completely it. He said he did not want to fight, and I exited the ring.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed about you and your fighting style is that you tend to turn up in the late second and third round. Mm-hmm. Like you start getting your shoulder swinging, like Big Bull really comes.
The groove,
The swagger really comes out in the third. So you didn't have to wait. What I'm hearing is you didn't have to wait to the third.
Well, the first round is a feel out. You know what I'm saying? I want to know if you're going to come at me. Because if you're going to come at me with everything you got, I kind of want that. I want that fully. It's just a feel out. Second round, I'm going to give you a little bit of something. By then it's a fight. Third round, we banging out.
Yeah, one of the things in your press conference that I think spoke deeply to me was when you talk about like this hunger, this pain, this hurt. And so, I mean, I would love to get just a small glimpse of what that is. Like, what are you referring to? Because when you were speaking, like, I felt that. And I knew, okay, this might,
when I talk about this, it's not no pity party at all to nobody. It's no pity party to you or to you. You know what I'm saying? It's, I I just ain't had the best, background, the best life. And there ain't nothing to complain about because God gives you what you're ready for at the time. So obviously I'm not ready for nice things and maybe I'm not ready to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So I got a hunger for things. I feel like I was shorted out of sports in high school. You know what I'm saying? And I just felt like, man, I got something in me. I'm 6'5", 6'6". I'm not just a waste of air. And Street Beefs gave me an opportunity. I liked it to drink. I had a real bad drinking problem. And I would get drunk and I would like to fight. And I would get drunk because I knew I could beat someone up. So I would do it. And that's so wrong. And one day my friend Tucker was like, man, Drake's dad's got the dude's number to Street Beefs, bro. And in the mid, I was like, well, don't call his ass. Call him. So I called him up, and ever since then, man, I talked to someone on the phone, and he gave me. I ended up with Flake's number, and I was like, man, they gave me a shot to you know what I'm saying, to prove myself in. Like I said, things ain't sweet in life right now for me, and I ain't gonna elaborate on it because that ain't no pity party. My coach know my circumstances, and they know what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna do it humbly as I can.
And it seemed like you were carrying some of that. I mean, it was clear to me for sure, being in that conversation with you, that pain was very much alive for you in that moment when you were standing or staring across to OGC, knowing that you're about to get into a fight with this man. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious, after the fight, did you get any sense of relief from, taking care of business that day?
Not really. Because I still felt like he thought it was a game till after. He still thought, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm fighting, this is what every fight I've ever been in. I'm trying to hurt you. And I know what I'm saying? I put it on everyone. And I just felt like for some reason, he just still thought it was a game. Like I said, at the end of the day, he's a rapper. He ain't a boxer. And I just thought it was 100% disrespectful.
All right, so what's the future look like for you then? Right. And so I think that's a lesson learned for any rapper trying to jump into Street Beefs. Like, hey, you might want to choreograph a fight scene instead of trying to be in real life, because you might run across someone like Big Bull who's not playing around. No. And so I would love for you to tell us a little bit about, okay, what does the future look like now that you move forward from this situation? What is your future?
The future is very bright, and a lot of great things are in store. My coaches have never given up on me. Not one thing I told them was an excuse. They're humans just like I am. They understand. And they, I don't know. It was, they got an eye for me. They got an eye for me. My coach, when I first met them, it was like when I first met my coach, where I got into Flake's van, going to the first Street Beefs event, and I'm sitting across this, this car, and I'm looking at this man. He's looking at me back. I end up fighting, and he said, what do you even do for your life? And I said, I box now. I want to box. And ever since then, he ain't never asked me no questions, no nothing. That man's bought a phone for me. He's done a lot. So I just not only owe him one, but like Rough House is going to go to the top one day, and we're going to do it humble as could be. So that's the future.
Can I sorry to interrupt. How old are you, Big Bull? Like, you don't mind me asking. 22.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk a little bit about Rough House? Because you weren't the only person who said Rough House. And so can you just, for those who don't know what Rough House is, please give them a description, give them a synopsis of what that is, of what that gym is about.
First off, if it ain't rough, it ain't tough. Rough House is just a bunch of hard bodies, a bunch of winners. We surround ourselves, but not everyone in our gym is winners. And I'm not calling anyone else losers, but we surround ourselves by nothing but winners. Everyone in there, it fights, blood, sweat, and tears. We don't play no games. It's a bond. It's a big bond, And if you ain't from that gym, you're not gonna get it. But you will hear one thing. You will hear us yelling Rough House at every event we at. We make our presence known very well.
Word. Well,
I do want to have I have one last question about the future.
All right.
So in the press conference, there was I don't know if you recall the audience question, which was to OGC, which was if there's a KO and it's him, is he gonna post that on his music video? So I'm curious, did y'all have that conversation after the fight?
That's so funny. That was, I think that might have been the first thing I said. I said, is this going to be in the music video? I don't think he answered me. I don't think he answered me.
He was probably, oh, well, okay. We hope that he wasn't still dazed or anything that he couldn't hear you. But is there going to be a follow-up conversation to ensure that he makes good on his word? Or are you good? You just going to leave bygones be bygones?
I'm good with this fight.
Okay.
The Street Beefs is real big on, this is how Street Beefs is like, how do I say this? I don't really know how to say this. They just knock you in the comments for who you fight.
Mm-hmm.
And you shouldn't, it's not underestimating. It's just them knocking you. Oh, you ain't fought nobody for real or none. I don't really be hearing none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, do you have any last words to your fans, those who support you, those who follow your journey?
Just all love to everyone who supported me. Scarface, shout out to you. Shout out Coach Rob. Shout out Flake. Shout out to you guys, Hard in the Fight, putting me on. Appreciate it. Anytime y'all want me to come on, I will speak my mind. Absolutely, brother. Well, we appreciate the time, man. We look forward to your next fight, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, bro. Thanks, brother. If you like what you saw, if you like what you heard, please subscribe to the channel. You can also like and share this video. The more that you share, the bigger our platform gets. But before we get into our full closing, don't forget on December 27th, we are going to have the much anticipated Heart in the Fight award show. Play the video.
You won't want to miss this, where we'll be crowning this year's winners for Fight of the Year, Male and Female Fighter of the Year, Submission and Knockout of the Year, and the much coveted award, the Heart in the Fight Award for Biggest Heart.
So please subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when it goes live. Trust me, as Omar said, you do not want to miss this. Now, if you like what we do, we love how the platform continues to grow. Please, if you have a little bit of money, please donate to our Patreon page so that we continue to be more of a groundbreaking, provide more things for y'all. And so we always appreciate all the support you can do for us, and that's one way to do it. Now, until we see you next time, be sure to dig deep and double down on your own commitments to your life.